games at all?
Not too many, but yeah, every now and again, growing up, 45 minutes away. So, definitely did. And obviously had some good memories, but, no, it's always, fun playing them and playing in their building or whenever they come to town. It's definitely a cool experience.
You must have been real excited for their Stanley Cup, and now you play against some of the same guys that won that.
Yeah, no, I mean, being a Bruins fan growing up, and that, like I said, those are some of the memories that I remember, and those guys are the key parts of that team. And childhood dream was always trying to make it to the NHL, and now I get a chance to play against some of those guys. So it's funny, it's cool how everything kind of comes full circle sometimes.
On in a game like tonight, is there, when you have the playoff spot, you know where you are and that sort of thing, is it just a matter of getting through everyone intact and looking ahead to game one?
No, I mean, we talk about kind of the details. There's, we had a good practice yesterday, and it's trying to, get a lot of, we got game 82, and you want to finish on a good note. And, you go through the course of this whole entire season, and it's really important to dial in some of those details and finish on a good note, like I said. And we're not really looking ahead at anything along those lines. It's, finish the job tonight, and, that'll take care of itself.
What does it mean that you could play these guys in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not looking ahead. It's kind of one of those things where, I'm new to the rivalry and stuff along those lines, and we're just trying to dial in some of those details. Like I said, we had a really good practice yesterday, and I think when we clean some of those things up, whether it's looking at film or some of the drills that we were doing, I don't think the mindset really changes or anything along those lines. Who we're going to play? Today we're focusing on Boston.
Are you happy with the way you settled in here on your role, or how would you see it?
Yeah, no, I feel like I bounce around a little bit. I think I'm a pretty, I hold myself to a high standard, so I think I definitely have a little bit more to give. Maybe just kind of looking at some of the film and stuff, I feel like there's a little bit of, maybe I'm a hard critic on myself, but a little bit of inconsistencies on my own end. And that's just some things that, other than that, I feel like I have settled in. The group's awesome group of guys, and they welcome me in with open arms. And from a hockey standpoint, it's, just, dialing in, like I said, some of the little details, especially going into the most important part of the season here and finishing on a good note here. And I think when you can do that, that'll just, build some confidence going into the postseason.
Regardless of the opponent that you play next week, you've been a pro for a little while now. What's it going to mean to you to play in an NHL playoff?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. I've been a part of a couple teams now and haven't really gotten a chance to get a taste of it. And obviously, it's the most exciting time of the year. So this is what you dream about as a kid, to be a part of the final group there, to make a run at the end and, try to win a Stanley Cup. And, I'm 29 years old, and I think that's something that, even though I'm a little bit older than some guys that might have the same amount of games played as me, it's something that, you've been striving for since you're a little kid. So it just gives you that much more, a little bit of juice going into it. And I'm pretty fired up, to say the least.
In the past, how would you describe what that feeling is when your team doesn't make the playoffs? Like, what kind of thoughts go through your head?
Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, last year, I guess, in Nashville, we made the bubble, but I guess that doesn't necessarily mean you make the playoffs. And I think, last year when we knew we weren't going to make the playoffs in New York, it was definitely it's an interesting time of the year, because you got guys coming up from the minors and everyone's still trying to prove themselves. You got guys trying to finish the year on a strong note, and there's everybody's playing for each other. At the end of the day, 82 games, when you go to battle with all these guys through the course of the year, it's you become a family type of thing. So I think sometimes some teams, guys that the summer's kind of coming up there type of thing, but it really all depends. I know the teams that I've been on, guys weren't really thinking about that too much. It was, everybody had different reasons why they were competing at a high level, and I think at the end of the day, it was just kind of playing for one another type of thing.
You feel your style is ideal for playoffs?
Yeah, I've always thought that. I haven't gotten a taste of it yet, but I played playoffs at different levels, and kind of love it's basically just a one-on-one battle against the guy next to you, and the compete level and all the energy and compete kind of rises. And I think that's one thing that I'm just looking forward to, hopefully, bringing for our team.
I've Oh, you guys starting new playoff beer? Is that?
No, I had mine going for a little while, and I just need a little bit of change of scenery. So definitely starting a little bit fresh here, and come playoffs, hopefully it goes a little bit longer than the last one.
You gotten to know the city at all?
Yeah, I've been cruising around a little bit. I haven't had too much downtime or anything along those lines, but it's beautiful. Definitely got a chance to check out different parts, different neighborhoods, a few different parks with my dog, and it's you don't get too much downtime, but when you do, you try to make the most of it.
You mentioned some inconsistencies that you'd like to iron out in your game. You said your own end. Is it the defensive side? What in particular are you hoping to shore up here?
Yeah, no, I think part of it is just reading off the guy next to me. I feel like I maybe in a couple games I was caught in between, whether it was forecheck, defensively, just little reads. I mean, looking back to even that the Tampa game where I think Colton had one on the back door. I was right there. It's just the little things, something along those lines that little things along those that eat me alive type of thing. So just cleaning up the little details, and I think if I can do that, then good things can happen.
What have you learned about Wayne Simmons since you've been around him?
No, I mean he's a great guy on the ice, but he's an even better guy off the ice too. So he's been one of those guys that's kind of welcomed me in with open arms, and definitely as a local guy giving me some tips. And I think that's what's cool about this team. There are so many people that kind of grew up here being Leafs fans, and just kind of letting me know what kind of everything is all about. And he's been guy's got over 1,000 games in this league. So when you have people like that in your locker room, on your line, you try to be a sponge every day, kind of watching them and how they approach every single day, and try to take what you can from them.
We have to ask what kind of dog you have and its name.
I got Bexley. It's a mini golden doodle.